Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm and welcome to Jar It Up July. And this is a collaboration that's being put on all this month by Kettle Kitchen and Bloo's Self-Reliance. And it's ways of using our canning jars other than the normal canning things we do. And I do lots of canning. I have a playlist that you can look at for all my canning videos, and I'll have a lot more canning coming up. But these jars are great tools for lots of things. And so something new I discovered that I've used mine for is to make a drink called a shrub. I had some extra strawberries in June and looked up a way to use them, and shrub kept coming up, and I'm like, what is that? Well, a shrub is a fruit vinegar, basically. It was popular in the Victorian times before refrigeration and stuff, and it's fermented. And this is my strawberry shrub, what is left. It was full up to there. But what a shrub, how we make it, you can do a cold brew, a cold ferment, or a regular ferment where you leave it out. I did mine cold in the refrigerator, and I will do that one this way too, because that's what I have experience doing. And maybe next time I'll try to go out of my comfort zone. But today I am going to make a cherry shrub, because we have lots of cherries. Lots and lots of cherries. We have 3 cherry trees, and I'm not a big cherry fan. So that makes it challenging how to use it. So this drink I think will be really fun and refreshing, and I can see adding some lime juice to it. And how you serve a shrub is you do equal portions of this with water or sparkling water or club soda or ginger ale, ginger beer. I think you could use it as a base for a mojito. Lots of other beverages too, but if you add something fizzy to it, it reminds me of kombucha then. It has that fizziness and it has that tanginess from the vinegar, and you use apple cider vinegar. So that's what I am making today, is cherry shrub. Old time thing. So come on down with me and we'll make this really quick. I have a bowl here, and I have a cup of black cherries that are roughly chopped up. And I am going to add an equal amount of sugar. So 1 cup of sugar. And I'm going to mix this up. It looks like a lot of sugar. And I'm going to let this set for at least 24 hours in the fridge. Now you can leave it out on your counter too. But like I said, I did the strawberry one in the fridge, so I'm going to stick with that. And the longer you leave your final shrub in the fridge, it mellows out. It's not like you're drinking vinegar. So what I need to do now is just put a lid on this and put it in the fridge for at least 24 hours. And I will bring you back when I go through the next step of actually making the shrub that will be stored in the fridge. The sugar is going to bring out lots of juice from these cherries. So let it do its magic and I'll bring you back. Hello, welcome back. 2 days later. I got busy and I couldn't do it. 24 hours later, so we're at 48 hours, which is fine. It is fine. So I have a quart jar that is washed and sterilized and all clean. And here is my cherry mixture. And you can see there's still some sugar in the bottom, and that is fine. That is fine. We will scoop that sugar out to go in the jar once we get the cherries off. The cherries don't go in the jar, and it tastes great though. So you can use it to go on top of cake or anything. Let me see. I'm gonna try and strain it right into the jar. So this is gonna, let me bring you down. Doesn't do you any good if you don't see what I'm doing, does it? So here's my quart jar. Let me readjust this. Okay, so here's the jar. Let's see how much of a mess I make. I just have a small mesh strainer. You could do it into another bowl first, but this is working. I'm going to press some of the extra liquid out of these cherries. This is the cold method. There is also a regular ferment where you leave it on your counter. This is just the method I have tried so far, and I thought I would show. I definitely will try the other method too. So I'm gonna empty those and get the rest out. Just the cherries. The sugar I will just scoop right in. So these you could use for baking, you could use on pancakes, French toast, ice cream, whatever you want. They're good. They still have texture and sorry, swallowed the wrong way. I'm now going to scoop out the sugar that didn't dissolve and add that into here. So these were called fruit vinegars back in Victorian times, and they would make beverages out of them. And you didn't have to refrigerate them, so I'm sure that's why they were popular. I'm gonna mix that up a little carefully. I don't want to bang my jar. So this is a thick syrup now. Now I'm going to add apple cider vinegar. White vinegar is a little sharp tasting. I have read where people use champagne vinegar, which is a little pricey, so I'm just going with apple cider. One cup, equal to the 1 cup of sugar and berries that we had to start with. And I'm going to stir it up. So I'm going to put the lid on and put this in the fridge. The rest of the sugar will dissolve. Let me do a little taste test now. It'll probably be very sharp. Actually, not bad. There's that vinegar twang at the end, but not bad. Because it also has the sweetness and the cherry flavor. Makes you pucker a little though. So I'm going to put this in the fridge, and the longer it's in the fridge, the more it will mellow. So I'll bring you back later. I'll make a drink out of it. Now I've been making my drinks just with water actually, but you could use any kind of sparkling beverage. And I think with this, I'm going to add a squirt of lemon juice, not lemon, lime juice. I think lime would go really well. Actually, I think this would be really good to make a Moscow Mule. Black cherry Moscow Mule. Might have to consider that. So I'll bring you back when I make a drink. We're gonna make a mocktail. I have ginger beer, which is what you use in Moscow Mules. It is non-alcoholic. Ginger beer is kind of like ginger ale, but a little spicier, I guess you would say. Need some ice cubes. You know what? I'm gonna use a jar for my glass so you can see it better. So I'm gonna pour, actually, try to put that whole bottle in. Ice cubes. I'm going to shake up my Cherry Shrub. Oh, it smells good. Throw in about an equal amount of that. A couple squirts of lime juice. If I had a fresh lime, I would put half a lime. So here is my mocktail made with Cherry Shrub. It's sweet, but it's tangy. And I might put another squirt of lime juice in it, because I love the brightness of lime juice. So here's another use for jars for glasses. So I hope you enjoy this video on how to make a shrub. This is the cold brewed version, the cold ferment, and this will mellow the longer it's in the fridge. My strawberry, I did a double batch and it filled the quart all the way up. But you can use this with blueberries, raspberries. You know, there's endless possibilities for the different base that you can use to make your shrub or fruit vinegar. So, thank you for watching. Thank you, Tony and Pam, for inviting me to this. Make sure to check out Kettle Kitchen and Bloo's Self-Reliance and see the playlist and all the other ways to jar it up July and use your canning jars. Thank you for watching. See you next time at Pike Creek Farm.